In a world ruled by fear and superstition, there was one accusation that could destroy your life instantly: witchcraft. For more than 3 centuries, the fear of witches spread across Europe and early America like a shadow. And behind that shadow was a story of panic, power, and innocent lives lost. It all began in the late 1400s, when Europe was struggling with famine, disease, and endless wars. When crops failed or sickness spread, people searched for someone to blame. And that blame fell on those who were different. In 1487, a book appeared, the Malleus Maleficarum, or the Hammer of Witches. It claimed witches were real, dangerous, and secretly working with the devil. For the next 200 years, this book became the ultimate guide for witch hunters. Suddenly, anyone could be accused. A woman who lived alone, a healer who knew about herbs, a midwife who delivered too many babies, even a neighbor whose cow stopped producing milk. And once accused, your fate was almost sealed. Interrogations were brutal. Victims were deprived of sleep, stretched until their joints popped, or pressed with heavy stones. Under such torture, many confessed to crimes they never committed, hoping only for the pain to stop. Entire villages were swept up in hysteria. In Germany, one of the largest hunts recorded over 400 executions in a single region. In Scotland, women were stripped, searched for witch marks, and judged guilty based on tiny scars or freckles. And then, the fear crossed into America. Salem, 1692. A small Puritan town erupts in chaos when young girls claim they're being tormented by witches. Hysteria spreads. Neighbor accuses neighbor. Friends turn into enemies. By the end, more than 150 people are jailed. 19 are hanged. One man, Giles Corey, is slowly crushed under heavy stones for refusing to confess. But behind all this horror lay deeper forces: religious extremism, political tension, personal grudges, and a society where women had little power to defend themselves. A land dispute? Accuse your rival of witchcraft. An argument with a neighbor? Call them a devil's servant. A woman who didn't obey social rules? Label her a witch. The hunts were never really about magic. They were about control. By the 1700s, everything began to change. New ideas challenged old beliefs. Science questioned superstition. Governments banned torture. And courts demanded real evidence. Slowly, painfully, the witch hunts died out, but their legacy remains. They remind us how quickly fear can spread, how easily lies can become truth, and how dangerous it is when society decides to